If you clicked on this video because you want to learn how to get straight A's while studying less, you're in the right spot. For many years, I've practiced how to become an academic weapon. In primary school, I was a valedictorian. In high school, I had a 4.0 GPA while studying max 2 hours a day. And now, I'm a computer science student at Yale University. And along my journey in school, I've learned some important lessons on how to become that student. You see, on YouTube, you can probably scroll to find a bunch of videos of people studying 10 hours or 12 hours a day, and they claim they're being productive. Cool. But to be clear, my definition of productivity has never been about who studies the most amount of hours. That's a little bit childish. To me, it's about who gets the best grade while studying the least amount of hours. And that is exactly what you'll learn today in this video. Because I may not be a genius, but I know from experience that if you have the right mindset and if you know how to study effectively, you can easily get straight A's while still having a lot of free time for yourself. So the first thing you want to do is fix your broken monkey mindset, right? So let me ask you a question. If you had an exam tomorrow morning and you only had 2 hours today to study, what would you do? Now, chances are you're probably not gonna try to decorate your chemistry notes with a bunch of highlighters and try to make it look aesthetic. You'd probably try to do as many practice papers as you can, as many practice problems as you can, and study as if you're trying to cram really hard for the exam with focus. The point that I'm trying to make here is that studying effectively is about prioritization. So the reason why I'm able to study only 2 hours a day while still getting really good grades is because I prioritize my time well. It's because I choose the right things to study. I'm not just gonna waste time and rewrite notes from the textbook, or another classic one is just listen to a 30-minute guide on calculus on YouTube and expect that I'll get full results tomorrow. Instead, I'm gonna do active recall. I'm gonna practice by doing problems from the textbook. And I personally will go through every single question until it's like muscle memory, until I see the question for 2 seconds and I automatically know the answer. And the reason I study this way is because I know that 80% of the exam's concepts are just going to be repeated from the past papers. So guys, stop wasting time trying to look productive, right? Nobody really cares. What matters more is that you get the work done and you work effectively. Now, another mindset shift that will save you a bunch of time is to stop learning the things that you're already good at. Rather, try to focus on your weaknesses. Focus on the things that you haven't fully mastered yet. And this way, you're filtering out the information on what to study and you'll end up saving a bunch of time. Now, the second important thing you need to do is to fix your broken time management skills. Most students, what they do is they wait until the last minute to submit an assignment or to submit a project. Like for example, if math homework was due next Monday, most students would do it on a Saturday or Sunday. Me personally, I like to do the opposite. So as soon as I get my homework, I get it done that same day. And if it's work that I can finish in less than 5 minutes, for example, filling out a Google form or something like that, I get it done straight away. So as soon as I get the email notification, I am done, guys. And the reason why is because at the end of the day, you're gonna be spending that same amount of time doing that work. So why not just get it over with right now so that you can enjoy the rest of your time? So for example, I'm taking a computer science course this semester at Yale, and there's actually a problem set that's due next week. But yesterday, I decided to spend 2 hours of my afternoon to get the entire problem set done. And some people haven't even started. So that way I have so much more mental freedom and mental space to do other fun things. And what I'm trying to teach you guys here is a very basic principle of delayed gratification. If you guys just sacrifice 1 or 2 afternoons to get all your projects and all your homework done in that week, you'll have so much more free time. You'll be able to do things like go to the gym, go out with friends, record YouTube videos, or read. But maybe you're not like me. Maybe you need 3 hours to get all your work done. That's completely fine, right? Some days I also take 3 or 4 hours to get my work done because I'm so in the flow state. But the point here is to get things done early as opposed to on time or last minute. So Collin, how do you get into deep work? How do you get to that stage where you can just work for 2 hours nonstop and be super productive? The most important thing about deep work is eliminating distractions. The first major distraction that you might have is your cell phone. If you're studying with your phone right beside you, that's alright, but try to put it on do not disturb or airplane mode so you don't get distracted with all your text messages and scrolling through Instagram every 5 minutes. I personally don't have that problem because most of the time I put my phone under the desk or I put it on a separate room when I'm deciding to study. But even if I have my phone right in front of me while studying, honestly, I don't even have the urge to check my phone every 5 minutes because I have my priorities straight. So try your best to focus and eliminate these distractions. Now, the second simple thing you can do is to change your study environment. So for example, if you like to study inside your room in your desk, try to clean it up a little bit because chances are if your room is all messy, if your clothes are all around the place, you'll not be able to focus and you won't be able to have that motivation to study. And ideally, if you can, create a separate room or a separate space in your room specifically for studying. And if you don't study inside your room, then try to find a space that's quiet. Maybe that's gonna be a library, or maybe that's gonna be an empty classroom in your school. And guys, once you find that study spot that you really like, claim it as yours, as if it's your own personal study spot, and you'll be so much more productive. Now, the last tip that I want to give to you guys is to leverage study momentum. So Collin, what is study momentum? It looks like, for example, when I'm 1 hour into my deep work and I feel like I'm being so productive that I just want to get more work done. So sometimes this happens. I tell myself that within 1 hour, I want to finish 2 math problem sets, let's say. And within that hour, I end up completing both of them. And then I feel so good about myself and I feel so in the zone that I just want to do more. And so I end up doing 3 more problem sets. That is exactly what you call leveraging study momentum. And where this momentum comes from is actually by proving to yourself that you can achieve what you say. So say, for example, you tell yourself to get this English essay done in the next hour and you actually complete it. From that experience, you slowly build trust with yourself. You slowly build the self-belief and confidence that you can finish what you set out yourself to do. And who knows that by the end of that study session, you might even just realize that you're done with your work for the entire week. So that is how you become more productive, and that is how you become an academic weapon. If you follow these study principles, you'll be spending less time studying and you'll be getting better results. And I promise you, you'll be much prouder of yourself. So that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys got lots of value from it. My name is Collin and I make videos on college, self-improvement, and high performance. So if you want to be part of my journey, make sure to smash that like button down below and subscribe to be part of the family. God bless the hustle. We're all gonna win one day, and I'll see you in the next one.